This isn't just a video, this is a message that found you for a reason. You feel it, don't you? That quiet stirring deep inside, the one that never seems to let you rest. The feeling that somehow, you've always been different, that you've always walked a path no one else could see. That life, in its ordinary rhythm, has never fully made sense to you. And here you are, watching this now, not by accident, not by coincidence, but because something, or rather someone, has guided you here. Pause for a moment. Breathe. Think back to all those nights when you felt alone, when the world seemed too loud, too chaotic, too shallow, and yet in that silence, in that stillness you felt a whisper that said there's more. Have you ever felt it? That small, almost unnoticeable tug at your soul, the one that pulls you towards something greater, something beyond what you can see, touch, or understand. That is your destiny speaking. Some of you have spent years feeling disconnected, different, misunderstood, like your very soul carries a secret no one else could comprehend. And maybe that secret is exactly why you're here today. Yes, you. Because God, yes, God has been guiding your steps long before you even knew the path existed. Think about it. All the moments in your life that seemed meaningless, all the heartbreak, all the struggles, all the silent battles you fought alone. What if I told you they were not meaningless at all? Pause, let that sink in. Every tear, every doubt, every time you felt the weight of the world pressing down on you, it was shaping you, preparing you, refining you, because the truth is the road of the chosen one is never easy. It's never simple. It's a path of fire and solitude, a path of awakening, a path that asks you to trust in something far greater than yourself. And here's the most profound part. You were chosen long before you even realized it. Your soul, your very essence, was called to this journey. Not for fame, not for fortune, not for recognition, but for purpose. Pause, reflect, breathe. Ask yourself, what has led me here? Why do I feel this deep hunger for more? Why can't I settle for a life that feels ordinary? Those questions, they are not accidents. They are signposts, divine markers pointing you toward your destiny. Some of you have tried to ignore it, tried to blend in, tried to be like everyone else. But you can't. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were never meant to follow the crowd. You were never meant to dim your light, to make others comfortable. Because the world needs your light. The universe, no, God, needs your awakening. And if you're hearing this message right now, if these words are finding their way to your heart, then know this. This is your calling. You are being reminded that you are not alone. That every struggle, every tear, every lonely night has a purpose. That you are exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. So pause again, breathe, let yourself feel it. That undeniable knowing, that silent confirmation deep in your heart. Yes, I am chosen. Yes, I have a purpose. Yes, God sent me here. And the journey that lies ahead will test you. It will push you. It will stretch you beyond what you thought possible. But you were made for this. You were made to rise when others fall, to see when others are blind, to speak when others are silent. And if you stay awake, if you remain faithful, if you trust in divine timing, you will see doors open, paths illuminate, and miracles, yes, miracles begin to unfold in ways you cannot even imagine. So I ask you here, now in this very moment, will you answer the call? Will you rise to the destiny that has been waiting for you since the beginning of time? Will you finally step into the life you were meant to live? Because this message, this exact moment, is no accident. God has sent it. And the question now is, will you listen? Pause, let that resonate. Let it sink into your bones. You are the chosen one. Your time is now. Because not everyone was meant to hear this. Something has always felt different about you, hasn't it? Have you ever felt different? Really different, in a way that no one around you seems to notice? in a way that makes you question if anyone truly understands you. You walk through life, surrounded by people, conversations, laughter, yet you feel apart. Separate, like you're watching the world through a glass wall. And it's not that you don't care about people, you do. You feel deeply. Too deeply sometimes. You notice things others overlook. Emotions, energies, silences. You sense the unseen, the unspoken, the hidden undercurrents of life. Have you ever sat in a room full of people, listening to them talk, and yet felt completely alone? That's what it feels like. That quiet isolation that isn't about physical solitude, but about the distance between your soul and the world around you. You notice the small details others ignore, the fleeting expressions, the half-hidden sadness, the truth behind the lies. You feel it all, and sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it overwhelms, and you start to wonder, why am I like this? Why can't I just be normal? Why do I feel different? You've asked yourself these questions in the dark, late at night, when the world is asleep and the silence presses in. You've asked them over and over, and the answers never come. Or maybe they come in whispers, in moments so fleeting that they vanish before you can grasp them. You're sensitive to the energies around you. You feel joy more intensely. You feel sorrow more deeply. You feel connection when others feel nothing. And sometimes it's too much. It makes you withdraw. You stop speaking. You stop sharing. You stop pretending to fit in, because nothing feels natural anymore. You've tried. You've tried to laugh at the jokes. You've tried to follow the crowd. You've tried to act like everyone else. And yet you always feel the distance growing. Because something inside you is awake. Something inside you knows there's more to this life than what everyone else is chasing. You feel the pull toward meaning, toward truth, toward something beyond the mundane. You've always sensed that life is bigger than the walls around you, bigger than the patterns of routine, bigger than the endless distractions people rely on to feel safe. And that pull, that longing, can feel like a heavy weight. It follows you to school, to work, to gatherings. It whispers in your ear when the world is silent. It nudges you when your heart grows quiet. It reminds you constantly that you are not meant to settle. You remember moments when your intuition spoke, and you listened even though no one else understood. Times when you felt drawn to a person, a place, or an idea, and it changed your life, even if silently. You followed that inner voice, and it led you somewhere, though you didn't fully understand why. And then there are the moments of confusion, the moments when you wonder if you're broken, if your awareness, your sensitivity, your perception is a curse. You feel different. You know you feel different. And yet you feel guilty for feeling this way, because the world tells you to conform, to follow, to fit in. But your soul refuses to lie. It insists on seeing the truth, even when the truth is uncomfortable. It insists on questioning, on searching, on seeking, even when everyone else stops. And this awareness, this sensitivity, it comes with loneliness. Not the kind of loneliness you can fix with a phone call, a party, or a distraction. It's a loneliness that sits in your chest, a quiet emptiness, a feeling that no one else is truly awake like you are. You watch people live, and you wonder, do they feel this? Do they see beyond what is obvious? Do they sense the currents of life swirling just beneath the surface? Or are they asleep, walking in a dream that you cannot enter? And sometimes it feels unfair. You wish you could connect. You wish you could share this awareness without being misunderstood. You wish for someone, anyone, who truly understands the way you see the world. And then you realize something. Being different, being spiritually aware, being disconnected from the crowd, it is not a weakness. It is not a flaw. It is your gift. It is your calling. Every moment of isolation, every tear shed in silence, every night spent wondering why you don't fit is shaping you, preparing you, awakening you. You are learning to see the world clearly, to feel it deeply, to understand it with your heart, not just your eyes. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day that awareness will be your strength. That sensitivity will be your superpower. That sense of being different will become your greatest asset. So if you feel disconnected, if you feel misunderstood, if you feel alone, know this: you are not broken, you are awake, you are aware, you are seeing what others cannot, and that is extraordinary. Pause. Let that sink in. You are not meant to fit in, you are meant to rise. You are meant to lead, to guide, to awaken, and to live a life so aligned with your soul that no one can pull you away from it. So embrace it. Embrace your differences. Embrace your awareness. Embrace the feeling of being apart, because it is the sign that you are on a path few can walk, but one you were born to take. And remember, the world may not understand you. The people around you may not see you. They may call you strange, odd, or distant. But your soul knows. Your soul has always known. And in that knowing, in that quiet, deep, unshakable truth, you find your power, your purpose, your peace. Pause again, breathe deeply, and let yourself feel it. You are awake, you are aware, you are different. And that, my friend, is everything. Like your life was leading to something bigger. You've been through things that changed you. Have you ever felt completely alone, even in a room full of people? Not the kind of alone that comes from being physically by yourself, but the kind of alone that presses on your chest, that fills your mind, that whispers, no one understands you, no one sees the real you, no one feels what you feel. Pause, breathe, feel that for a moment. Life is heavy. And sometimes it doesn't just feel heavy. It feels unbearable. The weight of your own thoughts, the weight of expectations, the weight of heartbreak, it piles on, layer after layer, until you feel like you're sinking beneath it all. You've felt it, haven't you? The kind of mental struggle that keeps you awake at night, when your mind races, when every thought twists into worry, every memory becomes a chain, and every regret, every fear, becomes a storm you cannot escape. You lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, questioning yourself, questioning life, questioning God, questioning everything. Why does it hurt so much? Why do I feel so lost? Why do I feel like no one sees me, no one hears me, no one cares? And then there's the emotional pain, the kind that doesn't leave bruises, but leaves scars on your soul. The moments when someone's words cut deeper than a knife. The nights when your own heart breaks over and over, and no one is there to witness it. The times you reach out and the world seems deaf. Sometimes it feels like life is a constant battle, a war inside yourself. A battle with fear, a battle with doubt, a battle with grief, a battle with the version of yourself that wishes things could be different, that wishes the pain could stop, that wishes just once to feel safe, to feel understood, to feel whole. And spiritual struggles. Oh, those are the ones that shake you to your core. You've asked questions that have no answers. You've prayed when your voice trembled. You've screamed silently into the dark, begging for guidance, for relief, for a sign, anything. And sometimes there's only silence. And silence as silence can be deafening. It makes you question everything, your worth, your purpose, your path, your faith. And in those moments, the world feels heavier than it ever has. And you feel smaller than you ever imagined. But here's the thing, even in that pain, even in that darkness, even in those long, lonely nights, there's a fire inside you. A fire that refuses to die. Think about the times you've been broken, yet you still got up. Think about the times you've been hurt, yet you still cared. Think about the nights you felt utterly defeated, and yet you breathed, and you survived somehow, against all odds. That is strength you cannot see, but it lives in you. That is resilience you cannot measure, but it's there, burning quietly beneath the surface. And the struggles, they are many. The mental battles that make you question reality. The emotional storms that make you doubt love. the spiritual voids that make you question God, life, and destiny itself. All of it shapes you. It molds you. It tests you not to break you, but to awaken you. Pause. Let that sink in. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of despair, it is shaping the person you are becoming. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every lonely walk through the night is preparing your soul for something greater than pain. You see, pain, real pain, is a teacher. Struggle, true struggle, is a guide. Loneliness, deep, aching loneliness, is a call to your higher self. And when the world tells you that you're weak, when people dismiss your suffering, when you feel like no one cares, that is when you are strongest, because in those moments when no one else can see, your soul grows, your heart expands, your spirit awakens. You begin to understand that life's greatest battles are not fought outside but within. And you've been fighting, haven't you? Every day, every moment, every breath. And even when it felt hopeless, even when it felt like there was no end, you've kept going. That is proof that you are a warrior of the heart, a warrior of the soul, a warrior who has felt darkness and yet has not let it consume them. So tonight, as you sit in silence, as you reflect on all that you've endured, remember this. Your pain is not meaningless. Your struggles are not in vain. Your loneliness is not a curse. Every battle you face, every tear you shed, every night you feel utterly alone, it is shaping you into someone powerful, someone wise, someone ready for the life you were meant to live. So breathe. Slow down. Feel the weight of it all, and let it remind you that even in your darkest moments, you are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are alive. You are growing. You are awakening. And one day soon, the battles you've endured, the pain you've survived, the loneliness you've carried, it will all make sense, because every scar, every struggle, every tear is leading you to yourself. Pause, let it sink in. You are stronger than you know. You are braver than you feel. And even in the quietest, loneliest nights, the light inside you is waiting to rise. But none of it was random. What if I told you everything you went through was planned? Have you ever looked back at your life and wondered why everything had to be so hard? The heartbreaks, the betrayals, the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the moments when it felt like the world was against you. Why did it have to hurt so much? Oh, but what if I told you it wasn't random? What if I told you every struggle, every tear, every moment of doubt was part of a plan, God's plan? Pause. Breathe. Let that sink in. Think about it. The storms you've endured. The moments when you thought you couldn't take another step. The times when you felt broken, lost, and abandoned. Those storms, they were not meant to destroy you. They were meant to shape you. Like a blacksmith uses fire to forge steel, like a sculptor chisels away the marble to reveal the masterpiece, like a seed buried in the dark soil, growing silently toward the light. Your struggles, your pain, they were preparing you. Have you ever noticed how the strongest people, the ones who rise, the ones who shine, are not the ones who never faced pain, but the ones who have faced it, embraced it, survived it, and learned from it? Every trial, every setback, every heartbreak was God's way of teaching you, molding you, awakening something inside of you that you couldn't find any other way. Think about your life in pieces, all the moments that didn't make sense at the time, that job you lost, that relationship that ended, that friendship that betrayed you. At the time, it felt like the end of the world. At the time, it felt unfair, cruel even. But each one was a stepping stone. Each one was a lesson. Each one was guiding you toward the person you were always meant to become. Pause, reflect, breathe. God's plan is not always visible. It's not always obvious. Sometimes it hides behind pain. Sometimes it hides behind silence. Sometimes it hides behind heartbreak and disappointment. But it is always there. Always. Every struggle carries a hidden purpose. Every difficulty carries a secret blessing. Every season of darkness carries the light of growth. Think of the caterpillar. It struggles inside its cocoon. The walls press against it. It feels trapped. It feels broken. It feels weak. But that struggle, that fight, is what gives it wings. Without it, it could never fly. And the same is true for you. Your struggles, your pain, your loneliness, your doubts, your fears. They are all preparing you to rise. They are all strengthening you, refining you, awakening you. Pause, let that sink in. Do you see it? Every time life knocked you down, every time you felt like giving up, every time you questioned yourself and the world, it was a divine lesson, a step toward your destiny, a necessary part of your growth. Because God does not waste pain. God does not waste suffering. God does not waste tears. Everything has a reason. Even the things you don't understand right now. Even the moments that feel unfair. Even the nights when hope seems impossible. They are all part of your preparation, your awakening, your transformation. And one day soon, you will look back, and it will all make sense. You will see the path that led you here. You will see the lessons hidden in the pain. You will see the strength born from struggle. You will realize that every challenge, every heartbreak, every trial was not against you. It was for you. Pause, breathe, feel that truth. You are stronger than your struggles. You are wiser than your pain. You are braver than your fears. And you are exactly where you are meant to be. So when life feels heavy, when the storms rage, when your heart feels broken, remember this. God is not punishing you. God is preparing you. God is awakening you. God is guiding you step by step, trial by trial, toward your true destiny. Like the gold hidden in the depths of the earth, it must be mined, refined, and purified before it can shine. Like the diamond buried under pressure, it must endure crushing weight before it becomes brilliant. Your soul, your spirit, your life is no different. Every struggle, every moment of pain is part of God's plan, shaping you, refining you, preparing you for the life you were always meant to live. Pause, reflect, let it resonate. Your journey, your story, your struggles are not accidents. They are not mistakes. They are not meaningless. They are divine. They are intentional. They are a preparation for something greater, something beautiful, something only you were created to become. So hold on, keep going, keep trusting, keep believing, because every struggle, every battle, every lonely night is a sign that God is not done with you yet. And one day, when you rise, when you step into your purpose, when you shine, you will see it was all worth it. It was all necessary. It was all part of God's perfect plan. Pauses, let the truth sink in. You are being prepared, you are being shaped, and you are ready. Your struggles were never in vain. Your struggles were never wasted. They were your preparation, preparing you for something you can't see yet. And lately, something has been changing inside you. Have you ever felt that something inside you is stirring? A quiet shift, subtle at first, almost unnoticeable but persistent. A feeling that life as you've known it is no longer enough. That the world around you, the people, the routines, the noise can no longer hold your soul. You feel different, but you can't quite explain it. There is confusion. You ask yourself, what is happening to me? Why do I feel so restless? Why do simple things no longer satisfy me? Why do I feel this constant pull towards something I cannot see, towards something I cannot name? Pause, breathe, let that question sit. This is the beginning of awakening. It is subtle, it is gentle, and yet it is undeniable. You notice the small things first. The way silence feels heavier now, more alive. The way your thoughts seem louder, more vivid. The way your emotions are sharper, raw, authentic, unavoidable. And with that awareness comes unease. You start questioning everything, yourself, the people around you, your choices, your past, your beliefs. the very meaning of your life. It is disorienting because suddenly, the world you once relied on feels unreal, shallow, or incomplete. And yet within that confusion there is a spark of clarity. You begin to sense the invisible currents of life, the energy beneath the surface, the subtle truths that everyone else seems blind to, the way the universe or God whispers in patterns, signs, and coincidences you can no longer ignore. And you start to change slowly, almost imperceptibly. Your priorities shift. The things that once mattered matter less. The things you ignored now demand your attention. Your heart becomes sharper, your intuition stronger, your awareness heightened. You notice emotions in yourself and others more deeply than before. Joy feels brighter, pain feels heavier, love feels infinite, fear feels revealing. And in this shift you feel isolated. You realize you are no longer the same person who once laughed with the crowd, who once followed the flow. You are awake in ways others are not. And that awakening, it creates distance. Not out of pride, not out of ego, but because your inner world is evolving faster than the outer world. And in that space, that liminal space between who you were and who you are becoming, confusion thrives. You question everything. Am I doing this right? Am I too sensitive? Am I imagining it? Am I alone in this? Pause, breathe, let yourself feel that tension. It is part of the process, because awakening is not a switch, it is a wave, a gradual shift, a layering of understanding, a peeling away of illusions, a slow unfolding of clarity within the chaos. You start to recognize patterns in people, in events, in your own thoughts that you never saw before. You feel the subtle signs guiding you, nudging you, pointing you toward truth, even when the path is hidden. And that guidance, it is quiet, gentle, persistent, like a river carving its way through stone. You may not always see the river, but you feel its pull. You feel the motion beneath your feet. You feel the flow shaping you, whether you resist it or surrender to it. And surrender, oh surrender, is the hardest part. You realize that you cannot control everything, that your ego cannot dictate your growth, that the answers do not come from outside, but from inside. You look within and there is clarity, a quiet knowing, a sense that you are on a path, even if the destination is not clear. A feeling that every struggle, every heartbreak, every lonely night has been preparing you for this awakening. And with awakening comes transformation. Your thoughts shift, your perceptions shift, your heart, your very essence, begins to vibrate at a higher frequency. You notice the world differently, people differently, yourself differently. And it is beautiful and terrifying, because growth always requires letting go of old beliefs, old habits, old fears, old versions of yourself. And that process, it feels like loss at times, even as it feels like freedom. Pauses, reflect, breathe deeply. You realize now that your awakening is not linear. It is layered, spiral-like. You revisit old lessons, old emotions, old wounds, and see them with new eyes. You process them differently. You forgive differently. You love differently. You live differently. And that is the true gift of awakening. You are no longer asleep. You are aware. You are conscious. You are awake to the subtleties of life, the sacredness of small moments, the depth of connection, the presence of spirit in all things. And with that awareness comes responsibility, a responsibility to yourself, to your soul, to the path that is unfolding silently, patiently, divinely. You are learning to walk in the light, even when shadows surround you. You are learning to trust, even when the path is unclear. You are learning to see, even when others are blind. And slowly, step by step, your inner world shifts. You feel lighter, yet deeper, stronger, yet more sensitive, clearer, yet more mysterious. Because awakening is not about knowing everything, it is about knowing yourself, about feeling, about sensing, about being fully consciously alive. So if you feel restless, if you feel disconnected, if you feel the pull towards something unseen, something greater, something divine. Pause, breathe, trust yourself. You are awakening, you are shifting, you are transforming. And this journey is yours. Every confusion, every emotion, every fleeting moment of clarity is a part of your evolution. Your inner world is expanding, your consciousness is rising, and the person you were is making space for the person you are becoming. Pause, reflect, let it sink in. You are awake, you are aware, you are evolving, and the universe, God, is moving with you, guiding you, shaping you, every step of the way. Like something is trying to wake you up, but with awakening comes confusion. Have you ever felt trapped in your own mind, where every thought, every worry, every what if circles around endlessly, like a storm that refuses to end? Where the smallest decisions feel monumental, the tiniest mistakes replay over and over, and the future feels heavy, like a weight pressing on your chest. This is overthinking. It's subtle at first. A quiet voice questioning, doubting, analyzing. Did I say the right thing? Did I make the right choice? What if I fail? What if I hurt someone? What if they leave? What if I'm not enough? Pause, breathe, let that sit. And the voice grows louder, the questions multiply. The what-ifs become a chain, pulling you down, twisting your thoughts, until you feel lost, trapped, unsure if you can ever stop. Because overthinking is relentless. It doesn't just ask questions, it demands answers. It doesn't just create doubts, it magnifies fears. It doesn't just cloud your mind, it becomes a storm. Inside your head, inside your heart, inside your soul. And with overthinking comes doubt. Doubt in yourself. Doubt in your choices. Doubt in the people around you. Doubt in your purpose. Doubt in the world itself. You second-guess every word, every action, every intention, and then you doubt even your own doubts. Am I overthinking too much? Am I imagining problems? Am I making mountains out of molehills? Pause, breathe, feel that tension. And that doubt, it's exhausting. It makes you question your value, your ability, your worth. And it fuels emotional ups and downs, a roller coaster of highs and lows, where one moment you feel confident, and the next paralyzed, one moment hopeful, the next terrified, one moment alive, the next heavy, and the cycle it repeats. Day after day, thought after thought, emotion after emotion, you replay conversations in your head, analyze every tone, every glance, every silence. You imagine worst-case scenarios that may never happen. You anticipate rejection before it arrives. You carry the burden of problems that aren't even yours. And the mind becomes both your prison and your battlefield. Because inside your own head there is war. A war between reason and fear. A war between courage and hesitation. A war between hope and despair. A war between the person you are and the person you wish you could be. And sometimes the war spills over into your emotions. Your heart feels heavy. Your stomach twists in anxiety. Your chest tightens with unease. Your energy fluctuates with every thought, every doubt, every imagined outcome. You feel tired, exhausted, worn out, from fighting battles no one else can see. And yet, in the midst of all this, there is awareness. Because when you recognize overthinking, when you recognize doubt, when you feel the swings of your emotions, you also see a choice to step back, even if only for a moment. A choice to breathe, to observe, to not be consumed by the endless stream of thoughts. A choice to remind yourself that not every what if needs an answer. Pause, breathe, let that sink in. And the truth is, everyone overthinks sometimes. Everyone doubts themselves sometimes. Everyone feels emotional highs and lows. It's part of being human. But overthinking, when it becomes constant, when it becomes a lens through which you view life, it can steal your clarity, your peace, your confidence, your joy. And that is what makes it dangerous. But here's the thing, you are not broken. Your mind is powerful. Your emotions are deep. Your awareness is sharp. And even in the turmoil, even in the overthinking, even in the doubt, you are alive. You are learning. You are growing. Think of your mind as a river, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent, sometimes rushing with clarity, sometimes blocked by debris. Overthinking, doubt, emotional ups and downs. They are like the storms that stir the river. They shake it, challenge it, push it, shape it. And with time, patience, reflection, you learn to navigate the currents. You learn to observe the waves without being swept away. You learn to trust yourself, even when the storms return. Pause, breathe, reflect. Because life is not about stopping overthinking completely. It's about mastering it. About understanding it. About allowing your mind to work for you, instead of against you. About learning to rise above the cycles of doubt and emotional swings and finding stillness within. And you can. You have done it before. You have survived your storms. You have overcome moments when fear paralyzed you. You have endured nights when doubt whispered in your ears, louder than your own heart. And that proves something. It proves that no matter how heavy the overthinking, no matter how deep the doubt, no matter how extreme the emotional ups and downs, you are stronger than your mind. You are braver than your fears. You are more resilient than your doubts. So pause. Reflect. Remind yourself overthinking is temporary. Doubt is temporary. Emotional turbulence, it too is temporary. And through it all you are learning, growing, evolving. You are learning patience. You are learning self-trust. You are learning to observe, to feel, to navigate, to rise. And one day the storms will feel lighter. The waves will feel smaller. The doubts will no longer control you. Because your mind, your heart, your soul are stronger than the battles they face. Pause, breathe, let that resonate. You are not trapped. You are not defeated. You are awake. You are aware. And you are moving forward, even when it feels like your thoughts are moving faster than you. Overthinking, doubt, emotional ups and downs. They are not your enemy. They are your teachers. They are your reflections. They are your mirror, showing you what matters, what challenges you, and what you are capable of overcoming. So take a deep breath, feel it, embrace it, and remember, you are stronger than your thoughts. You are braver than your fears. And your mind, your heart, your spirit will guide you beyond the storm, because your mind isn't used to this level of truth. Not everyone around you will understand this version of you. Have you ever noticed how people change? Not the obvious changes, the ones we see in the world around us, the haircut, the job, the move. I'm talking about the changes that shake the very foundation of your relationships. The subtle shifts, the invisible distances, the quiet moments where you realize someone you once knew is no longer the same person, and sometimes neither are you. Pause or breathe, let the thought settle. You remember the friendships that felt unshakable, the ones where you shared secrets, laughter, and dreams, the ones where you swore, no matter what, you'd always be there for each other. And then slowly, almost imperceptibly, something shifted. It starts small, a missed call, a forgotten message, a silence that lingers longer than it should, and you wonder, did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Am I being paranoid? But deep down, you know it's more than that. People grow, and growth, it doesn't always happen together. You might notice how someone you loved dearly, someone you trusted, begins to live in a world you can no longer access. Their thoughts, their priorities, their values diverge from yours, and the closeness, the connection begins to fade. And the hardest part is feeling misunderstood. You try to explain yourself. You try to show your intentions. You try to reach across the distance, and yet the words fall flat. They don't land. They are twisted, ignored, or overlooked. And it hurts. It hurts more than arguments, more than betrayal, more than anger, because this is silent, quiet, invisible, unseen by the world, but screaming in your heart. You remember conversations that used to last for hours, that now feel forced. You remember laughter that felt endless, that now echoes like a distant memory. You remember the warmth, the comfort, the familiarity that now feels cold, unfamiliar, unreachable. Pause, breathe, feel that for a moment. And then there are the relationships that end altogether. Not always with a fight, not always with closure. Sometimes just a slow drifting apart. The messages stop, the calls fade, the visits disappear. And one day you realize the person you once couldn't imagine life without no longer fits in your world. And it's painful, unbearably painful. You feel loss not just of the person, but of the version of yourself that existed when they were in your life. The shared memories, the inside jokes, the moments that shaped you all feel like ghosts now. And yet there's a strange lesson in that pain, because losing people, being misunderstood, growing apart, it forces you to look inward. It forces you to ask, who am I when no one else understands me? Who am I when the connections I once relied on are gone? What remains when the familiar faces disappear? Pause, breathe, let that reflection settle. And in that silence, in that space of solitude, you begin to grow. You begin to realize, not everyone is meant to stay. Not every hand you hold is meant to walk your entire path. Not every heart you touch is meant to beat alongside yours forever. And that is part of life. Relationships evolve, sometimes together, sometimes apart. People change, sometimes they move forward, sometimes they move away. And the hardest truth is that it is not always your fault, and it is not always theirs. Pause, breathe, reflect. You may feel bitter. You may feel angry. You may feel abandoned, and that is natural. That is human. But you also learn that these moments, these endings, these separations are opportunities. Opportunities to grow. Opportunities to strengthen your understanding. Opportunities to connect more deeply with yourself and with those who truly resonate with your soul. You learn to embrace the solitude, not as loneliness, but as space for reflection. You learn to cherish the memories not as chains, but as lessons. You learn to release the pain not as weakness, but as freedom. Pause, breathe, feel that truth. And slowly, over time, you notice the inner shift. You no longer cling to the people who no longer align with your path. You no longer force connections that have naturally dissolved. You no longer seek validation from those who misunderstand you. Instead, you honor your journey. You honor your growth. You honor the people who were once part of your story, and you allow them to take their place without resentment, without anger, just gratitude for the lessons they brought. And in that space you find clarity. You realize that life is not about holding on to everyone. It is about walking your path authentically, consciously, fully alive, even if it means walking alone for a while. You learn that being misunderstood, being left behind, being apart, does not diminish your worth. It does not lessen your value. It does not define your destiny. Pause, breathe, reflect. And one day you will meet people who truly resonate with your soul. People who understand your silences, who honor your growth, who walk beside you not out of habit, but out of genuine connection. Until then, you keep walking, you keep growing, you keep loving even when it hurts. Because the journey, your journey, is not measured by who stays, but by how you rise even when people leave. Pause, breathe deeply, let that sink in. You are stronger than the distances that grow. You are wiser than the misunderstandings that wound. You are resilient beyond the separations that ache. And every relationship that changes, every person who drifts, every connection that fades is simply making room. Making room for growth, making room for clarity, making room for the people and experiences that align with your true path. Pause, breathe, feel that truth. You are not alone, you are not broken, you are evolving. And one day when you look back, you will see that every loss, every misunderstanding, every drift apart was preparing you for the life and the connections that were truly meant for you. Because you're being pulled in a different direction. You didn't find this message, it found you. Have you ever felt that everything in your life is happening for a reason, even the moments you don't understand, the doors that closed, the opportunities that never came, the paths that seemed blocked. Pause, breathe, feel that thought. This moment right now is not random. This moment is part of a greater plan. You may have been waiting for something to happen, waiting for clarity, waiting for your life to make sense, and yet it didn't come when you wanted it to. The timing felt wrong, the path felt unclear, the world felt unfair. But what if all of that waiting, all of that struggle, all of that uncertainty was not a delay, but preparation? Pause, reflect, breathe deeply. You see, life has a rhythm, a flow, a divine timing that we often cannot perceive. Sometimes we rush, we push, we force things, because our human mind believes it knows the right moment. But the universe, God, knows far better. Every experience you've had, every heartbreak, every setback, every small victory has been aligning you, guiding you, preparing you for this moment. Pause and let that sink in. Think about the times you tried to force something, only to realize later it wasn't ready. The job you fought for, the relationship you wanted so badly, the opportunity you thought you needed. It wasn't time yet. And that's okay, because divine timing is never early, and it is never late. It is perfect. Every encounter, every decision, every twist of fate is designed to bring you closer to your true path. Pause, breathe, reflect. Have you ever noticed signs along the way? The small coincidences that felt like nothing at the time, the repeated numbers, the unexpected meetings, the words that struck your soul. Those are not accidents. Those are whispers from the universe, nudges from God, guiding you, showing you that you are exactly where you need to be, even if you can't see the full picture yet. And here is the truth. No matter how uncertain it feels, no matter how confusing life seems, every step you've taken, every challenge you've faced, every joy and sorrow has been leading you to this moment. Pause, let that truth settle. Say it with me silently in your mind. This moment was meant to happen. This moment was meant to happen. This moment was meant to happen. Repeat it, feel it, let it sink into your soul. Because when you embrace this belief, when you trust that timing is divine, fear begins to fade. Doubt begins to dissolve. Worry begins to lose its grip. And in its place there is peace. A deep, unshakable peace, knowing that everything you've experienced, every delay, every challenge, every twist was not random, it was preparation. Pause, breathe, reflect. Think about your destiny, not the superficial version, the one you think should be easy or immediate, but the true destiny, the life you were meant to live, the path your soul has been preparing for all along. Every lesson, every hardship, every triumph, they were all pieces of the puzzle, falling into place in divine timing. And sometimes we cannot see the full picture. Sometimes the pieces seem scattered, disconnected, or meaningless. But trust this. When the time is right, everything aligns. Everything clicks into place. Everything makes sense, even the parts that once hurt, even the parts that once confused you, even the parts you tried to resist. Pause, breathe, let that resonate. This moment, this exact moment, is not by chance. The person you are becoming, the path you are on, it is all divinely orchestrated. And the more you trust it, the more you surrender. The more you begin to notice the signs, the guidance, the subtle shifts that lead you step by step toward your destiny. Pause, reflect. Say it again aloud or in your mind. This moment was meant to happen. This moment was meant to happen. This moment was meant to happen. Believe it. Feel it. Let it echo in your being. Because divine timing is patient. It is precise. It is intentional. It is perfect. Even when life seems delayed. Even when the world seems chaotic. Even when your heart aches. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Pause, breathe deeply, reflect. And here is the final truth. Your destiny, your path, your purpose is not random. Your struggles, your waiting, your growth is not wasted. Your life, every twist, every turn, every challenge has been preparing you for exactly this moment. Pause, let it sink in, and once more, repeat it with conviction. This moment was meant to happen. This moment was meant to happen. This moment was meant to happen. Let it guide you. Let it comfort you. Let it remind you. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. You are on the path you were always meant to walk, and your destiny, your divine purpose, is coming in perfect timing. Pause, reflect, breathe deeply. This moment right now was meant to happen, and this is where everything begins to change. Right now, you're standing at a turning point. Do you feel it deep inside you? That quiet power, that restless energy, that voice whispering, you are meant for more. You've been through storms. You've faced doubts. You've endured heartbreak. You've carried burdens that felt too heavy to bear. And yet here you are. Pause, breathe. Feel the weight of that truth. Every trial, every tear, every moment of pain was shaping you, preparing you for this very moment. Because transformation, real transformation, doesn't happen in comfort. It doesn't happen in safety. It doesn't happen when the path is clear. It happens in the fire, in the struggle, in the moments when you feel weak, lost, uncertain. And now the fire has done its work. You have been refined. You have been tested. You have been stretched, broken, and rebuilt. Pause, reflect, breathe. The fear you feel now, that hesitation, that voice inside whispering, what if I fail? What if I'm not ready? That fear is natural. It is human. But it is no longer your master. Because within you something stronger has awakened. Your courage, your resilience, your faith. And now it is time. Time to step forward. Time to rise. Time to claim the destiny that has been waiting for you, even before you knew it existed. You may not see the full path yet. You may not understand every twist, every turn, every unseen force. But that does not matter, because God, the universe, is guiding you. Every step you take, every choice you make, every breath you draw, is moving you closer to the life you were created to live. Pause, feel that truth. Do not fear the unknown. Do not resist the call of your purpose. Do not hesitate now, when every fiber of your being is ready to rise. Transformation begins with trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in your journey. Trust in the plan that has been written for you, long before you even walk this path. And as you step into your purpose, you will feel it. A fire igniting in your chest, a clarity awakening in your mind, a power rising from your soul. You will know this is your moment, and it is glorious, because stepping into your purpose is not just about achievement. It is about becoming. Becoming the version of yourself you were always meant to be. Becoming someone who no longer hides, who no longer doubts, who no longer settles. You are ready. You are capable. You are powerful. Pause, reflect, breathe. Let the fear fall away. Let the doubts dissolve. Let the chains of the past, of what you thought you were, shatter. Because the person you are becoming, the person who is ready to rise, is unstoppable. Every lesson you've learned, every scar you carry, every heartbreak you survived, they are not burdens, they are proof. Proof that you can endure, proof that you can rise, proof that you are ready. And now it is time to claim it, to embrace it, to walk boldly into your purpose, into your destiny, into the life that has been waiting for you all along. Pause, feel the intensity, the fire, the awakening. You are no longer the person who doubted. You are no longer the person who feared. You are no longer the person who waited for someone else, or for the world to give you permission. Because now you know. You were born for this. You were created for this. You were called for this. And God, the universe, is with you. Step forward. Take the leap. Rise. Let your courage lead. Let your faith guide. Let your transformation shine, like the light you were always meant to be. Pause, breathe, reflect. This is your time, your purpose, Your destiny. Step into it. Step boldly, step with power, step with faith. Because the world, the universe, God has been waiting for you to rise. And now you do. Transform, trust, become. Pause, let that truth sink deep. You are unstoppable. You are destined. You are awake. Step into your greatness. But the next step is yours to take. If this message reached you, then you already know. Take a moment, breathe. Feel it deep within your soul. All that you've endured, all the struggles, all the pain, all the moments of doubt. They were not meaningless. They were preparing you. They were shaping you. They were awakening something inside you, something powerful, something divine. Pause, reflect, breathe. You are not ordinary. You are not random. You are not here by chance. You are chosen. Chosen by God. Chosen by the universe. Chosen for a purpose that only you can fulfill. And that purpose, it is waiting for you. It has been waiting through every tear, through every setback, through every lonely night. Every obstacle, every heartbreak, every trial was a step guiding you toward your destiny. Pause, let that sink in. You are more than your fears. You are stronger than your doubts. You are greater than the challenges you face. And now you stand at the threshold of your life, the threshold of your purpose, the threshold of your destiny. You have grown, you have endured, you have survived, you have awakened, and now it is time to step fully into who you are. Breathe, feel the power within you. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are not the same person you were last year. You are not the person the world expects you to be. You are more. You are divinely designed. You are spiritually awakened. You are called, chosen, destined. Pause, reflect. Know this: everything that has happened in your life, every experience, every struggle, every joy, every pain, it has led you here, and now you must walk forward with clarity. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward with purpose. Because your life, your story, your path is yours and yours alone. You are not defined by the opinions of others. You are not limited by the mistakes of your past. You are not diminished by the challenges you have faced. You are defined by your calling. You are empowered by your purpose. You are unstoppable because you are chosen. Pause and breathe. Let that power resonate. Repeat after me, silently or aloud. I am chosen. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am divinely guided. I am exactly where I am meant to be. Feel it in your chest. Feel it in your mind. Feel it in your soul. Because this is truth. You are here for a reason. You are here to shine. You are here to inspire. You are here to lead. You are here to transform. And nothing can stop you when you step fully into your purpose. Pause, reflect. Every challenge you faced, every betrayal, every heartbreak, every lonely night, they were not punishments. They were not mistakes. They were preparation. For you to rise, for you to awaken, for you to embrace your destiny. And now you do. Breathe deeply, feel the energy inside you. You are powerful beyond measure. You are capable beyond belief. You are worthy beyond comparison. You are chosen, divinely selected, perfectly aligned with your purpose. Repeat it. Feel it. I am chosen. I am powerful. I am awake. I am destined. I am exactly who I am meant to be. Pause, reflect, breathe deeply. Let this truth sink into every cell of your being. Your story is not over. Your journey is not complete. Your purpose is just beginning. And as you move forward, carry this with you. The struggles, the pain, the losses, the doubts, they were never against you. They were for you. They were guiding you, shaping you, awakening you into the person you are meant to become. And now fully, completely embrace it. Embrace your identity. Embrace your purpose. Embrace your destiny. Because you are chosen. You are powerful. You are unstoppable. You are divine. Say it one last time. Let it echo within you. Let it ignite your soul. I am chosen. I am powerful. I am awake. I am destined. I am exactly who I am meant to be. Pause, breathe, feel the truth. And now step forward into your life, into your purpose, into your destiny. With courage, with faith, with strength, knowing that everything that has brought you here has prepared you to rise. Because you are chosen, you are powerful, you are destined, and your journey has only just begun.